Hello, my name is Ari Waldman. I'm a person who stutters. Please bear with me. I'm recording from my bed in my bedroom, and because I'm really tired. My name is Ari Waldman. I'm a person who stutters. I'm going to be practicing pausing from Chabad.org, Daily Tanya, Daily Study, Kuntras Acharon, middle of Essay 4, Sunday the 6th of Kislev, 5781, November 22nd, 2020. Here goes. Ma she'ein kain beseder hishtalshelus. It does not apply to the study of the order of Ishtalshalut, the chain-like stages of progressive self-screening, whereby the divine light descends from level to level until ultimately the corporal world is created. Af im mashik ha-mitziut. Even if one does comprehend the external aspect of the existence of the sephirot and spiritual levels involved. Lo idyef mitzad atzmo kelimud hamitzvat shemashig v'tofes hamahot. This is not intrinsically as worthy as the study of the laws of the mitzvot, where one comprehends and grasps their essence. Knowledge of the various spiritual levels may indeed be superior for an unrelated reason, namely that it leads to a complete heart, lev shalim, a wholehearted awe of God, and this, as the Alter Rebbe will later say, is the purpose of all the mitzvot. Intrinsically, however, gaining this knowledge is not superior to studying the laws governing the performance of the mitzvot, whose essence he can understand. Uma'ala alav ki'ilu kiyem befoal mamash. Moreover, this study is considered in certain cases the equivalent of actual performance. Kamo shekatuv zot haTorah kule. As it is written, this is the law of the burnt offering and the meal offering. The Gemara comments on this. He who occupies himself with these laws is considered as if he had actually offered a burnt offering and a meal offering. Mastering the revealed laws of commandments is thus, in one sense, superior to delving into the innermost dimension, the pnimiot of the Torah, on esoteric subjects such as the law of Ishtalshalut. For the study of the laws relates to the essence of the subject at hand, such as the physical objects which the commandments are performed. God's wisdom, moreover, which is inherent in these laws, descends and permeates the physical objects around which the laws revolve. It is thus the essence of God's wisdom that the students comprehends, and thereby he becomes involved in the wondrous union described in chapter 5 of Tanya, whereby the mortal intellect simultaneously encompasses and is encompassed by the divine wisdom embodied in the Torah which he is studying. This intellectual union, in turn, unites his soul, which transcends his intellect, with the infinite light that is vested in the wisdom of the Torah. The above is true only when he understands the essence of his subject. This is the case when he studies, for example, the laws regulating the observance of the commandments. If, by contrast, his subject is the hierarchies of angels in the worlds of Beria, Yetzira, and Asiya, or yet higher, the configurations of Sephirot within the world of Atzilut, then his grasp is no more than external. He may indeed be aware of his subject's existence, but he will be unable to know its existence, its essence. And now, all the above notwithstanding, the Alter Rebbe is about to point out the superior aspects of the study of Hishtalshalut. Ela sheyediat ha-mitziut me-hishtalshalut hi gam kein mitzvah rama v'nisiya v'adarabba ola al kulana. However, the knowledge of the existence of the Hishtalshalut is also a lofty and exalted mitzvah. Indeed, it outweighs them all, and all the mitzvot and the study of the laws of the Torah. I'm just scrolling down. Kumo shekatuv v'yadaat hayom kule. That is, it is written, know this day that the Lord is God. Da et Elokei avicha kule. And know the God of your father, i.e., there is an obligation to attain a knowledge or apprehension of divinity. Umivia lalev shalem kule. Moreover, this leads to a whole heart. For the latter verse concludes, and serve him with a whole heart, i.e., a knowledge of God leads one to serve him with one's entire being, as explained in Likutei Torah, in the discourse beginning Velo Tashbit. This refers to serving God with awe, and this is the ultimate intent of all the mitzvot. As the Torah states, God has commanded us to perform all these statutes so that we may fear God may fear the Lord our God, and it is the study of the innermost dimensions of the Torah and a knowledge of the various spiritual levels which comprise the order of Ashtalshalut that enable one to fulfill the mitzvah of knowing God, which leads in turn to the whole heart of fearing Him. Thus, the Alter Rebbe concludes, Shehu ha'ikar, and this is the essential thing. The wholehearted awe of God is the ultimate purpose of all the commandments. As mentioned above, one can attain this state only through a knowledge of the order of Ishtalshlut, even though the knowledge is merely an awareness of its existence and not a grasp of its essence. V'hashagat ha-mitziut hu lehefshit migashmiot kule. The comprehension of existence entails divesting this subject of any physicality. In other words, one should endeavor to picture its spirituality. Hence, as the Rebbe has often stressed, one should study the innermost and mystical dimension of the Torah in such a way that one derives sustenance from it. Hit para nasun mine, vis-a-vis the sustenance derived from comprehension and soundly based comprehension can be secured only when the dimension of the Torah is studied with the intellectual elucidation afforded by the teachings of Chabad. Rak shizu hi mitzvah achat mitaryak. However, this mitzvah of knowing God and apprehending divinity is but one mitzvah of the 613. V'ha'adam tzarich l'kayim kol taryak. And a man must fulfill all 613. Lefi shehein hishtalshalut hamahot dechitzoniut dekelim deatzilut. For they descend from the essence of the external aspect of the vessels of Atzilut, a source whose standing was explained above. Lekach tzarich leharbut belimud kol hataryag v'kayamin b'oel mamash b'machashava dibur umase shehein b'ria yitzira asiya. Hence, one must extensively study all 613 mitzvot and hence fulfill them in actual practice, in thought, speech, and deed, which parallel Beria, Yetzira, and Asiya, respectively. Levarad Beirurim Asher Sham. In order to purify whatever needs purification, Beirur there. As previously explained, the extraction and elevation of the sparks exiled in the various worlds is the ultimate purpose of creation. This is the end of my video, Tanya, day 38. Goodbye.